Over 30 years ago, the world was advancing massively with its technology and quality of life. A huge part of this amazing life was the fully functional robots known as Omnics. Omnics were created to help serve in war and civilian life. They would do what a human would not want to do, giving human life a new form of freedom. The Omnics were built to serve, but this did not last forever. A god program was created to overwrite the systems of the currently existing Omnics and to take over the Omnium factories that were creating the Omnics. The Omnium factories began pumping out massive amounts of monstrous killing machines. The most common and effective Omnic killing machine was the Bastion unit, able to kill while mobile, able at will to transform into a turret for maximum firing speed, the lifeblood of the Omnic army, the soldier. Humanity could not handle this pressure and fell in droves. The world was crumbling and the crisis was hitting the world at all of its corners. Nowhere was safe. Humanity was falling, but it prevailed when the nations threw aside all of their own history, threw aside all of their side goals to gain advantage over one another. They gave their best weapons, their best fighters, their best equipment, and formed a team without nations to stop this Omnic onslaught. And they succeeded. They prevailed, and humanity was saved. But that was over 30 years ago. Today, the world has not fully recovered and faces many different problems. It is riddled with conflict, and the surviving Omnics gained sentience. Most Omnics became their own people, finding their place in the world, just like any adult human. One very famous group, known as the Shambhala, became monks to find more meaning to their lives and spread harmony between Omnics and humans, to forget the horrible past and live in unity. They succeeded in certain places. New Bani is a city that lives in perfect unity between the two factions. However, they have failed in many others. For example, King's Row faces Omnic racism on the streets, and of course Russia as well. That is a death zone for Omnics. The leader of the Shambhala, Mondata, was even assassinated. The Omnics who simply wish to live their new lives and understand the world while earning their keep are hated by those who fear them, those who remember the past. It was during this age that the only remaining Bastion unit finally reawakened and reactivated. And just like the many Omnics out there now, it had free will. However, unlike every other Omnic that remains, the Bastion unit was built for one purpose: war. But its task was forgotten, and it was still programmed into the unit, willing the Bastion to head towards a city, but for what purpose? Bastion barely cared, exploring and understanding this new world. Nature became its passion and friend. The world was beautiful and Bastion felt at peace, harmony with the world. But that cannot change what the Bastion unit really is. A simple reminder, a trigger, caused the unit to go into its combat mode, attempting to defend itself from any potential danger. And Bastion was given a harsh reminder of what it really is. Horrified, it continued on to its target, leaving nature behind in fear of harming it more. This was when Bastion found the destroyed Bastion units just outside of the newly formed city of Stuttgart. Tapping into its memory, it saw what happened. It saw the Omnic crisis and saw its true purpose. Reminded of its mission, combat mode reactivated and Bastion finally continued its task to destroy humanity, and the closest target, the human home of Stuttgart. Thankfully, its bird friend had found Bastion, and reminded Bastion that in this new world it had somehow gained free will. It may have this objective forced on it, but with its newly found gift of choice, it was free to choose what it wanted to do. And that choice was an easy one. Returning to the wild and forgetting its former combat-forced life, Bastion now roams the world trying to learn more of what it is and what this world around it has to offer. There has been since few recorded encounters with the Bastion unit, all resulting in danger or even loss of life. Bastion seems unable to stop its fear of humanity and what it is from taking over. It is a huge threat to any human it might encounter. Damn, that's metallic and painful to eat. Wow, that cinematic was beautiful. We even saw Crusaders, the faction of power armor users that Reinhardt was once part of. There's tons to think about, but my main question is, can the newly reformed Overwatch find the Bastion unit and save it from itself? We can clearly see that Bastion needs guidance to help it overcome these combat reactions to humanity, to help find some form of peace, and to stop the unit from being a danger to the world. Because if they don't find the Bastion unit soon enough, humanity will indeed place a bounty on its head, and that Bastion unit will not survive for long. If you'd like to learn more about the cinematic and what it meant for Reinhardt's origins, then check out the video I made on it. We had some great theories and discussion in the comments, chance after that. Thanks for joining me for today's Lore Bite. Sorry it was so long since the last one. Please do suggest the next character you'd like to hear about, and I'll get right to it. I'll see you guys next time.